My name is Michael. I was born and lived all my life in Seattle. Now I'm 58, and I thought at this age nothing could shake my world anymore. But life has a way of surprising you. Sometimes, far too painfully.
I was married for almost 30 years to a woman named Susan. We met at the University of Washington. I studied engineering, she studied medicine. In the early 90s, we got married, and soon I joined a small company designing bridges and tunnels.
Life was not easy, but stable. We bought a house on the edge of Rainier Valley, got a dog, planted a garden. In short, we lived like thousands of ordinary American families.
Next to us lived a man named Harry. He was about 10 years older, divorced, and kept to himself. He worked as a mechanic in a small auto shop. His garage was always locked, and he rarely spoke to anyone.
Susan often joked that Harry must have some secrets. I would laugh it off. But one rainy night, everything changed. I came home late from work, almost midnight. Driving past Harry's house, I noticed his garage door half open, light inside. Curiosity won. I stepped closer. Peeking in, I saw my wife. Susan stood by the workbench next to Harry. They spoke in low voices, but her face, tense, guilty, like she was caught stealing. When she saw me, she froze. "Michael," she whispered, "it's not what you think." I clenched my fists. A storm of thoughts rushed through me. Betrayal? Affair? Then I noticed a folder on the table with documents and photographs. "Explain," I demanded. Susan lowered her head. Harry sighed and sat down. Finally, she said, "He's helping me. Helping me hide something I did years ago." I didn't understand. She began telling me, back in college, before we got serious, Susan had an affair with a professor. She became pregnant, but decided to keep it secret. She gave birth in Chicago, arranged papers through connections, and put the baby girl up for adoption. No one in her family ever knew, not even me. Harry was the one who helped her with the legal side. He had the contacts. Since then, he had kept her secret. "Why now?" I asked, feeling the ground slip under me. Susan began to cry. "Because that girl grew up. She is looking for her biological mother." She sobbed, saying she had already been in touch with the daughter for 3 months. By email. She had hidden it from me, afraid of my reaction. I felt betrayed, but not like with an affair. This was different. A betrayal of trust that had carried through our entire marriage. A week later, we met the girl. Her name was Emily. She lived in Portland, worked at a library, was married. She looked strikingly like Susan in her youth. I sat across from her, unsure who I was to her, a stepfather, a stranger in her story, or just an obstacle. But the hardest question tormented me. Could I forgive Susan for hiding this from me our entire life together? Months passed. Susan tries to build a relationship with Emily. I keep in touch too. But in my mind, our marriage is like a house with a crack in the foundation. Still standing, but never the same. And here's what I realized. Sometimes the most dangerous thing is not betrayal or infidelity, but secrets. Secrets that destroy not by their content, but by the years of silence around them. If you like this story, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share in the comments. What would you do in Michael's place? Forgive Susan for her secret or walk away?